When you well. What's up, wonderful viewers? You are amazing people. Look at the numbers. It's day 2, day 3. This is part 4, but just look at the numbers. They're amazing. The growth in subscribers is just incredible. The likes, the comments, the feedbacks, the inboxes. I can tell how thirsty you are to learn, and I can see how quickly you're consuming this content. I am trying my best to give you the much that I can while I can, and here we are doing part 4 of this video series. It is big news. It is an achievement. It is exciting. It is a beautiful thing. It is a feeling of success. When you think about it, you have to appreciate yourself for the small baby steps that you and I are making. This introduces us to our topic for part 4, dealing with excitement and staying focused on your goals. Now, this comes shortly after celebrating the journey towards beating procrastination. We have seen part 1, part 2, part 3, and we are making big progress in regards to just getting started on our goals. We are yet to get to the topic on how to create our goals, how to plan, how to focus, how to budget, how to draw smart goals and all that. We will come to all that in future videos of this series. We have a long journey together, and that brings to my attention, you may be watching this video for the first time, you may be seeing me on YouTube for the first time, and you probably like the content that you're watching. This is the moment I encourage you to show some love to that like button, hit the like button, and smash that subscription button, if you know what I mean. And let's dive into part 4 of this video. Excitement. It is a beautiful thing that we all go through after a small success. You have ever been struggling with a small assignment, a small task that was taking too much of your energy, giving you sleepless nights and trying to hack a solution. You know that feeling you get after you nailed it, you feel it, it's inside you, you want to celebrate, you want to say thanks to God. It is a feeling that you want to share with everybody. It is inside you. Only you know how best you feel about it. I know you have been in that position, you know how it feels. It is the best experience. It is the feeling of success. It is the feeling of breakthrough. It doesn't matter the size of the achievement, how small or big it still feels nice. The same feeling you experienced when you scored good grades is the same feeling you're going to experience once you buy your first car. I guarantee you it is a consistent feeling of success. You feel so good, and that is the feeling that I think we are experiencing. I have been experiencing in the last 3 days of beating procrastination and getting started on this channel. It is usually a struggle for anyone to get started on a new thing. Some people love adventure, so the transition into new things is very natural and easy for them, but in the process there's a learning curve for everyone, and this is what makes the whole process quite difficult for you and me. This is why this video is significant for you and maybe a friend, someone who you're going to share the link with. A number of us get stuck at this point of excitement. You are so excited that you lose focus on why in the first place you started to do whatever you were doing. You forgot the drive that you wanted to have a long-term plan. You forgot the why. You forget the inspiration. You forgot the influence as to why you wanted to do whatever you are doing in the first place. I am sharing my experience on how I am building a new YouTube channel so that you can transpose this information in other areas of your life. Now, in the last video, we talked about transposing information, which simply means interpreting and translating information and transferring and applying that information in another area of your life. It is not as easy as it sounds, but once you get used to it, and you'll be able to take anything and convert it to your advantage. You'll be able to use any experiences that you have and guide you in developing other stronger pillars in other areas of your life, in business, in your career, in your dating, in your family management, in your finances. Trust me on this one, this works incredibly. Now, back to excitement. The feeling of success can hold you back from moving forward with your goals. How does this happen? This is because every time you get excited, you are certainly going to relax. Now, let me tell you a funny story that you may be able to resonate with. I am borrowing this from the Word, the Bible. A story is told of a certain guy who had the opportunity to have a very good harvest. He filled the granary, his stores, everything. He had a lot of food. He saved even for the future. And then came the night and he bought wine and went to bed and was relaxing. And he was encouraging his soul and thanking himself. You know how we say, show some love to yourself, because they're like, hey, it's time to relax. Be easy. I have been working, I have been toiling so hard. Let me sip some wine and relax. But God came to him in a dream and told him, you fool, look at you. You do not even know that I am going to take your life away this very moment, this very night. You will be no more. You are going to be dead. Now, I am not jumping onto the death part. I am on the part just before God visited the guy, because you also need to prepare yourself before God visits you. A story for another day on how you need to be alert when God is visiting you, and how that can have an impact on your growth. Now, this moment just before God speaks to this young man, he is relaxing. He has overcome poverty. He has overcome drought. He has overcome famine. And what is he doing? He is relaxing. He is having the feeling of success, the same feeling of success that we have just after taking up procrastination and beating up procrastination, and now we are able to make some progress. We want to relax. We want to assume that all is well. Tomorrow is going to be a good day. No, you are not guaranteed that tomorrow is going to be a good day. And that is why God is saying to this young man, hey, you fool, I'm going to take your life tonight. That's little. Yeah, God is in charge. Anyway, yeah, God is absolutely in charge. Anyway, back to our focus. This moment you're relaxing, this moment you want to fold your arms, this moment you want to celebrate, this is the moment you need to be putting extra work in. If you have been to the gym, I love the gym example because it resonates so well, not just with those who exercise or those who have tried exercising, but even with those who have never tried exercising. We all know day 2 and day 3 begins to mark pain, because it begins to bring out reality. You are starting a new routine which you are not used to. So if you step back, chances are you are going to find yourself having taken 3 steps back to day 1. You are going to start dealing with the many noises in your head. Instead of fighting on, you are going to be relaxing. What happens? You are going to be breathing. You are going to be like an athlete, a marathoner who was running the race, who was 100 miles ahead of the other, and then stops to sip water instead of sipping water while still on the run. You can guess what is going to happen. If you get started on this journey of content production, you want to remain consistent with the discipline, because this is what happens immediately you start feeling excited. You're going to take a break to celebrate. You're going to share your success with others, and this is a good time to unwind and look for new ideas, refresh, recharge, and rejuvenate. Come again and take it up. But unfortunately, what happens after the feeling of excitement is fatigue. You trigger your brain to remember that you are actually fatigued. Now, naturally, you will be fatigued, especially if you have been having sleepless nights in trying to make the foundation for what you want to do. It doesn't have to be that hard for you. You do not have to make it hard for yourself. Yeah, that is why in my creative journey, I am trying to give you more practical exercises that you can use to your advantage, such that it is not overwhelming you. It is not taking away your sleep. It is not going to interfere with your workspace. It is not going to interfere with your personal relationships. It's supposed to be a very natural process for you. But some foundations definitely require extra sacrifices. For instance, you could be on an 8 to 5 kind of job, which is so demanding, which requires you to sit in meetings all day. It could be manual work, it could be work that demands a lot of your attention. If you get home, you probably have a family, or you have other people who require your attention. You want to start a YouTube journey, you want to start an extra business, you want to practice a new hobby, but you had been procrastinating, giving yourself the excuses, and now eventually you're on your 3rd day of playing golf. You are on your 3rd day of shooting your video. I am on my 4th video. This is a very practical example that resonates very well with all of us in this meeting room. On your 4th day, while in the middle of your excitement, you're also going to be dealing with feedback. Most of it could be positive feedback, but there is a probability that you may also receive some negative feedback, and negative feedbacks can indeed take away your energy. You are going to be excited for a moment, But after reality checks in, that is when the bad reflections begin to stream in. The positive vibes push you forward, but then the negatives begins to hold you back. So this moment you decide to go on excitement, celebrating. Somebody somewhere trying to critique, somebody somewhere is trying to find the loophole, somebody somewhere is trying to give you criticism instead of critics. Somebody somewhere is going to give you information that you do not like about yourself, and feedback passed to you in a negative approach can indeed take away your energy. It can even result to you taking a break from what you had started. The first few days of a baby learning how to walk are the first few days when they fall the hardest. That is when they try to stand up, look at their mom and dad, and they try to feel like, hey, are you watching me? Can you see what I can do? But because when the baby finally makes to stand on its 2 feet, it gets very excited, and in most cases they fall down. If you do not lift the baby up and keep encouraging the baby to walk, chances are your baby is going to be scared of standing in the first place, and it is going to take the baby much longer to learn how to walk independently. This is exactly what happens to your content production journey. This is exactly what happens to your career. This is also exactly what happens with other parts of your life that you're dealing with. When you get too excited, chances are you are going to snap back, and you are going to be very careful with incoming feedback. You have to encourage yourself, receive the positive feedback that is going to keep you going. If it is on your third day on a gym routine, trust me, it's going to be very painful for you. Your joints, your nerves, everything is going to be aching, and it's not going to be easy to show up to the gym in the next day. You're going to find lies to tell to your gym instructor. You're going to snooze your alarm. You are going to avoid your friend's call in the morning when they're calling you for that morning run. This is absolutely the same thing with content production. If you do not master the discipline of consistency, if you do not beat yourself beyond excitement, chances are you're going to withdraw. So this content here is very critical for you in learning processes, understanding procedures, and I will also be showing you critical pointers that you can look out for when you are hiring service providers in the area of content production, photographers, videographers, script writers, influencers, all that. See you in the next video. Your boy Newell.